Welcome in, guys. Another episode of No One to Blame. Today's show is brought to you guys by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Kayak Pools. Our next sponsor, guys, you've heard us talk about it already. We're super excited about it. BetUS.com. BetUS.com is back for their 30th year of sports action. They're offering the industry's leading sign-up bonus of up to 125%. 125%, guys. It's unbelievable. BetUS offers lines on all your favorite sports. They offer live in-game wagering and the opportunity to build your own prop. That's right. If you're looking for live in-game action, daily odds boosters, incredible props, a top-tier racebook for guys like my boy Slav Baffert, unbeatable casino experience. I'm sure my boy Casino Miguel's in there right now playing the slots like a D-Gen. Look no further, guys. They got it all. I've already personally placed week one wagers. You tuned in last week. You know, we talked about our player props, guys, bets that we've already placed. The season's right around the corner, guys. Get in. Lastly, guys, don't forget about their fast payouts, exceptional one-on-one customer service. So sign up now. BetUS.com. Use the promo code DUE, D-U-E. Right here, guys, bottom of the screen. BetUS.com, promo code DUE. Get that amazing sign-up bonus. Account managers are available 24/7 to help you guys get started. 1-800-792-3887 or 1-800-79-BET-US. BetUS, America's favorite sports book. Welcome in, guys. Joined by my co-host, Kevin. You can find him at X. Find him at Kevin3E2. Find me on X at do_Neffy. Guys, we are talking all things AFC today. We're excited about it. Obviously, we're covering Buffalo Bills stuff. First and foremost, we need to get in some news and notes. Kevin, what's going on?
Oh, good day. Good day. We got a good day of football. Good day of some good news, some bad news. On the front of preseason talk, camp talk, Caleb Williams, hey, pretty good showing on the preseason last game. I know this has been brought up a lot on some of the other shows. Do you think that he has the best weapons that a number one overall pick has ever had at the QB spot?
Hard to argue that he doesn't.
I mean, three wide receivers, tight end,
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah. Now, granted, that's because the Panthers, you know, they don't really know what they got going on right now. They blew that trade and got, you know, so a little bit of help from the Panthers, but man, they're loaded, man.
I think you're talking about CJ Stroud, right? Oh, you're talking about DJ Moore.
Oh, no. Bryce Young, the Bryce Young trade.
Right. You're right.
So they traded DJ Moore in that trade and then gave up the first overall pick. Yeah. So,
Panther noise. Yeah, man. I mean, what's not to like there? The only problem is I know he had that sick throw, right? He dropped a dime in the bucket, throwing crossbody, everything he's not supposed to do, dropped it in there, so no one said anything.
Had to run.
I don't know, man. I am a prove it to me type of guy, especially because, you know, our show talks about fantasy. And I know, you know, he's getting some traction now in fantasy. He has the weapons. I get it. I'm still not putting him in my top 10 for fantasy quarterbacks.
Yeah.
If he had
probably not there yet either. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say maybe. He probably would go up a little bit in my rankings. He just seemed like he was pretty poised, kind of. Yeah. So that's what I was kind of impressed by, other than just the throws and all that. So
I could just be a skeptic, Kev. So
yeah.
Hey, this next one, man, this has got to hit close to home. What's going on in Raiders country?
I don't know, man. It's just the Raiders being the Raiders. I totally thought the plan was going to be, Aiden was going to start. He played second half of last year. Let the second-year guy go. See what he can do. If he struggles or if he's terrible, then bench him. Go to Minshew. Yeah. They signed Minshew to a 2-year deal, which I thought was going to basically Minshew would play next year, They're going to draft a guy. He would be the bridge guy, and then you would go from there. So I don't hate it, but yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll go 3 tight end sets next year. Yeah. Go like a 13 personnel.
Hey, maybe we'll trade you Kincaid, dude, if he has a shit season.
He won't. All right. Next up here, we got a little injury news. Stafford, tightness in the hamstring. Should be ready for week 1. I'm not overly concerned about that. Any comments on that? No.
On to the next.
Jaylen Warren. Now, this hamstring, they said he could miss week 1. And if he misses week 1, then to me, he's still not going to be ramped up full go for another couple weeks. So that one.
Fantasy, what are you thinking? Because I like Jaylen Warren, especially in PPR, as like a mid to late, we'll call late, like the 7 to 10 area. Like, I love him, especially if you're going hero RB. You grab one early. Jaylen Warren could be a RB2, RB3 if he's catching those balls.
Yeah, I would have been taking him over Najee Harris, but now I might just stay away from that backfield depending on what comes up with that.
Seasoned veteran advice there, folks. Probably stay away. And hey, we just played the Steelers and beat them 9-3, and the quarterback play. What a joke.
Hey, dude, they still don't know who's playing QB. You got 2 veterans. Hey, Justin Fields, put him in the lineup and move on. That's where I'm at with that now, I think. It ain't going to happen that way, but.
Danger Russ is at Permani Bros trying to get a sponsorship right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to quit worrying about Sierra, and he needs to, I don't know, focus.
I'm feeling a little dangerous, Kev. How about you?
Don't ever say that again. All right, we got so Bo Nix looks pretty good in the preseason. He was actually named the starter.
My guy.
So, hey, we'll dig into a little bit of this. Maybe we talk about Denver later, but Sean Payton, he tends to kind of get things straightened out. Even as bad as they started last year, they kind of got Russ turned around as much as you could possibly get him turned around. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, they did. They took it to us in Buffalo, which was awesome to watch. But let's not forget on last week's show, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Bo Nix plus 1,400. There could be a little magic there. No,
hey, you should see if Sean Payton's got a little bit of that Drew Brees, magic still in his bag.
Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix is a seasoned veteran. He's gonna, I got a birthday coming up. I mean, he's as old as I am.
Yeah, he's about a 6-year vet in the NFL age wise. All right, we got it seems like Rashid Rice is going to be in the clear for suspension. I mean, I guess you never know until the season actually starts, but it sounded like maybe no suspension this year. It might come up next year. So I guess that could change daily, but for now, that's what it's sounding like.
Which I love for fantasy purposes. I'm targeting Rashid Rice and Calvin Ridley. They're going right around one another. I love both these guys this year. You can get them 6th, 7th, 8th round, 12-team leagues. I love it. I'm here for it. He turned it up the second half of the year. And if we think Kansas City is going to be what they always are, because they've got Patrick Mahomes, then I mean, that's why not target?
Yeah, and you got Brown is hurt, so they've got some issues in that wide receiver group. If something comes up with Rice, all right, Deshaun Watson, he didn't look good in camp. Their O-line is banged up. Their O-line coach, Callahan, great O-line coach, he went to the Titans with his son who's coaching them now. So the O-line is going to be banged up. Watson is this is the year. If he doesn't get it straight this year, they got to move on. I know they're locked into like $60 million for him this year, but so
that's tough. That's tough. No one to blame, dude.
Hey,
Dog
blame.
pound.
Hey, if you want somebody to blame the dog. Blame the Browns.
Dog
Blame
pound.
the dog pound. Yep.
Dog pound. Tap in. Where you at?
Where my dog's at?
So,
all right.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
We'll touch on this Cleveland a little bit more on our show.
Mm.
Their O-line is banged up. They still have a great O-line. I still love their weapons in Cleveland. Nick Chubb. Someone told me Nick Chubb was squatting 500 pounds the other day. Do you have any – is there any validity to that? Easy for me to say.
I mean, I don't doubt it. I mean, you go back to his college days to early – dude, the guy he's got videos out there, him squatting the world. I mean, he's the dude. But it's the cutting. It's the cutting. Yeah, that's it.
That's true.
But straight line stuff.
It's a full knee though. Like how? So you tell me, like, if he's squatting 500 pounds, I don't care about the dude. The dude's got to be close, right? He's got to be close. Do you think they're keeping it close to the chest? Again,
we might have to talk to Doc on this one. I still am getting the feeling that he's not going to be back till like middle of season. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are our news and notes. Circle back.
Yeah.
So we'll have more information next week, hopefully.
I feel like they're going to they're going to keep that close to the vest. Jerome Ford's going to be running the ball, and a couple weeks in, we might get a little more of an update, I think.
Another running back target I like, Jerome Ford. Grab him late.
He's going super late. Now, I get it. Maybe the second half of the year, you might not, you might have a problem. But, man, you get, 8 weeks out of him.
Yep.
So, talking about Caleb earlier, Roma Dunze has looked good all preseason camp. There's a bunch of rumors. There's a bunch of talk. Hey, they're calling my boy Keenan Allen. Hey, Fat Albert, man. hey.
Get him in the Do Champions weight loss challenge, man.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Is he?
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, he's a veteran. He's going to be in the slot. I'm assuming he's going to be fine. But I just thought that was
things that I've heard even. Just be talked
that was
about.
Hilarious. Yeah. What was it? They were calling the fantasy footballers were calling Josh Jacobs last year Fat Hercules.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So kind of the same boat as that. I thought that was funny. I had to bring that up.
Oh my
gosh. Okay, Jamar Chase. So we talked a little bit about it the other day. I kind of did some more digging after we talked about that.
Yeah,
so the difference with him, brought it up in the chat.
Yeah.
The difference with him and these other guys like CD and all them, he's got 2 years left on his deal. Them guys only have one left, so he's trying to get in. The thing with, and we'll talk a little bit about it later with the Cowboys and CD Chase. If you're gonna pay these guys eventually, you're not gonna let Jamar Chase go. Why can't they figure out how to get these guys signed? It's not like you're going to let Jamar Chase walk. Sign him now. Next year, he's going to be more expensive. I just don't get it. I don't understand.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, we saw that happen in real time with the wide receiver market this offseason. We watched it happen. What do they think is going to be happening? The salary cap is
not going
up.
down.
Yeah,
it's not going down.
You
think Jamar Chase is going to want less money next year? No, it's not going to happen.
I would love to be privy to the conversations they're having behind closed doors about why they're not getting this done right now. I mean, you talked about it with the same thing with CD, and I'm sure you'll touch on that a little bit later here, but I just don't understand it. But I want to know. You know what I mean? There's got to be, these guys aren't all completely idiots. They're not.
I mean, the Bengals came out and said they had a plan and it's day to day. I don't even know what that means, but if they had a plan, if they had a plan, it'd be done. So I don't know. So a little kind of a multi guy here. We got, you got Cousins coming off an injury, Anthony Richardson coming off an injury, Justin Herbert's hurt, Joe Burrow's coming off an injury. fantasy wise, and even I guess, just NFL wise, should we be worried? Like if you're taking, Anthony Richardson as your number one QB, like I'm almost like hands off. Like I'll move another direction, go with somebody a little, going in who's healthy. But man, there just seems like there's a lot of guys coming off injury that are going to be like higher picks.
Yes. I mean, Kyler Murray came back last season. He's still coming off injury, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he may be healthier than some of these other guys, but
yeah, he played at least the second half of the year.
How tempting is it, Anthony Richardson sitting there in the 5th round, and you've got 2 running backs, you've got 2 wide receivers. Anthony Richardson sitting there, dude. The upside.
Oh, it's a huge risk reward, and the reward is up here. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Ceiling up here.
Ceiling's it's through the roof.
Floor is low.
Yeah, I started looking at all these injuries, and I just popped in my head on that.
Are you drafting any of those guys? Are you Cousins, Richardson, Herbert, Burrow? Nope. Are you touching any of them?
Nope. The only one I think I got a couple of Joe Burrow, just trying to see, because I usually am waiting and getting like Kyler Murray or maybe around late, but now he's kind of moving up. So that kind of blows.
Climbing it.
Yeah, that's blowing my strategy out of the water. Once these house drafts start happening, these home drafts, all these ADPs start changing. Like the sharps are on it early, and then once home leagues start, goes kind of through the roof.
I agree. Are you playing any of those like best ball leagues where it's not like a home league? Are you doing anything like that?
No, I am gonna get in something before the season, but I have not yet.
Yeah, we're gonna be running something at Do Champions, guys. It's in the works right now. I don't want to give too much away. It's not quite fantasy, but it's something along those lines. Gonna be a nice cash prize. Stay tuned, guys. Probably next week's show we'll have all the details. So
yep,
it's gonna be fun.
Try to get a little fans involved, get some listeners, get some people involved.
Exactly. What's happening in New England here? I got a note about the New England quarterback situation, undecided.
Yeah, sounds like it's still undecided. I don't know.
What do you think about that?
Hey, throw the rookie in. Let's roll. Let's see what we got. I mean, New England's defense is probably still decent. Not like they were maybe 2 years ago, but
they just traded Matthew Judon to the Falcons.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
They're not in win mode. They're playing for next year's draft, so
the whole thing is like, why draft Drake May? You're not going to be good. I guess I'm playing devil's advocate to myself right now. You're not going to be good, so maybe do bring in a vet like Jacoby Brisket. Bring in the brisket slab. We had some brisket for lunch today. That was good.
Yep.
Bring in no free shout-outs, but Swig and Swine in Charleston. Woo! Bring in Jacoby Brisket. I think I do like that. They need to start him. Let Drake May get his feet underneath him. He doesn't have the weapons. He's not coming into the Chicago Bears with Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore.
Their top wideout's going to be a rookie.
Oh, exactly. You talking about Pope? They got Javon Baker as well, I believe.
All their guys are actually pretty young on the wideout side.
All these guys are going probably undrafted. Maybe a couple late round sleepers there, but.
All right, I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump here to this Penei Sewell one. So he left practice today with a foot injury. That is not good. I know he's an O lineman, and we're talking fantasy. But you remember last year whenever Trent Williams got hurt for the 49ers.
Yep.
Hey, that team was not the same at all. They couldn't protect the quarterback. They couldn't run the ball. Like, it changed the complexion of that whole entire offense. And Penei Sewell is probably – yep.
Yeah.
They lost, I think, 3 straight at one point in that stretch. And And Penei Sewell he's a top 3 tackle in football. Yeah. So that would be a huge loss for Goff, the running game, everything.
I agree.
So we need to keep an eye on that.
Did they say what his injury was? Like, did they give any news about it yet? When we did this?
When I seen it earlier, it literally all they had was a foot injury. He was carted off. He was taken off the field, and that's all. That's the last I got. Yep.
All right. Well, that sucks.
All right.
Lion noise.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So all them Lions fantasy weapons, man.
Hey, that just means Goff can get that ball off quicker, dude.
Yep. Hey, hit that tight end. Hit Laporta.
Hey. All right.
Okay, and I've got this was a funny one too. Cowboys team hotel catches fire. I mean, you can't be even surprised that this happened. Like, the Cowboys are a complete dumpster / hotel fire. They are a shit show. I mean, like, I don't know. Did you hear anything about this today? It was just crazy. I thought it was funny.
I have not. So break it down. Like, well,
there's literally nothing to it. The hotel they were in caught fire. Okay. But it just would epitomize the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. They're going to get in the news because a
dumpster is too small. They have upgraded to a hotel fire. Yeah. That's how shitty their offseason's going right now. Why is Jerry Jones going back? Why is he making statements, letting CeeDee Lamb respond on X? CeeDee Lamb just quote tweeted and just said LOL. We talked about this last week a little bit too.
Yeah.
Because you love all the props for the Cowboys. Dude, do you still love all the props for the Cowboys?
So, well, obviously if CeeDee Lamb is not in there week 1, I don't like any of them. That'll be a bottom 5 offense if CeeDee Lamb is not in there.
Ferguson, though. Ferguson.
He can't carry that low. I mean, he was the number one target, number 1 reception last year. He got the ball double-digit targets every game.
Yep.
But this just goes in. We talked about it a little bit, but this just goes into Jerry Jones and whatever he thinks he's smarter than everybody else in the NFL. Like I read seen a video earlier. This goes back to Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman retired and came out and basically said, I just retired because I didn't want to play another snap with the Cowboys. He goes, I almost would have came back for another team. And that is your Hall of Fame prize Dallas Cowboy quarterback of all time. They did the same thing with him. They did the same thing with Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith held out, basically almost kept them out of winning another Super Bowl because Jerry didn't want to pay him. So this has been going on for 35 plus years with Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Now he don't want to pay CD. It's on and on and on.
I don't get it. That's the only reason they had the success they did last year is because of Dak and CD Lamb. Their running game was not existent. They finally let Pollard take the lead role, and he just crumbled under the pressure, quite literally.
Yeah.
So CD Lamb was the only thing that they have going on in their offense.
The 2 guys they need to sign are the 2 guys that Jerry don't want to sign. And don't get me wrong, the Dak thing, he's not a top-notch quarterback in my opinion. He's good for that offense, but he's not like a top 5 quarterback in my eyes.
I'll tell you what, he was me and the boys used to bet on him when he was at Mississippi State, and he was a hell of a college quarterback. But I'm with you here, Kev. I don't get it. It doesn't make much sense to me. Like, if I was a Cowboys fan, not only I'd hate myself, I'd be in jean shorts right now, but I'd be pissed, dude. I would be pissed. Like,
you'd be in jean shorts and the Jordan 13s.
Yeah, exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I've got jean shorts, but they're cut off.
The stonewashed jean, acid wash jean shorts.
I'm telling you, they're gonna come down to my calves. I'm gonna have the Jordan 13s in some terrible colorway that no one buys. Probably the white and navy, maybe to match my shitty Cowboys jersey. And I'm sitting here. I got a Slurpee in my hand. I'm sucking down the Slurpee from 7-Eleven, and I'm
package of Marlboros.
Marlboro
Reds,
Marlboro Lights, and I'm just wondering why the fuck is Jerry Jones not signing CeeDee Lamb? And this that character that I just explained to you is smart enough to know that this is the
What are we
dumbest
doing?
shit of all
Yeah,
time.
what are we doing? Yeah.
All right, that's
Funny.
that's enough Cowboys talk again, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sick of this dominating our podcast, but
yeah, I hate whenever they talk Cowboys and LeBron on like all these sport, and now we're sitting here talking about it. So
yeah, we're just Skip Bayless 2.0. Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay, last thing I have here, a little off our normal path here, but we'll get into this kind of stuff. WNBA season is going on right now. The NBA starts up. I had one note. Hey, Caitlin Clark. Hey, she is out for blood after the Olympic break. Hey, she is fired up. Hey, her teammate, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, 3 of them 4 had 20-plus points the other day. Leah Boston was the only one that didn't, but she had 18, 19 rebounds, 9 points, 18 rebounds. Like, hey, Caitlin Clark is on I was a hater in college for her. I've flipped because everybody's dog. Hey, I placed a bet plus 3,000 for the Fever to win it all this year. Yeah.
Folks, so, talk about going all in. Kevin is all in on the Fever.
Yeah, I'm Caitlin Clark's a dog. Hey, she
I love
is.
That.
I love that. Anyway, quick note on that WNBA there.
And as the season goes on, guys, WNBA, NBA starts up, NHL is going to start up mid-football season. Guys, we're going to hit it all. Kevin and I, we bet everything. We like it all. Make sure you follow us on X, _Neffy, at Kevin3E2. Plays are going to be coming out left and right. It's going to be tremendous. Kevin, college football season is upon us. We are in week 0. We have football this weekend, 4 football games. I've bet 2 of them because 50% is not a bad average. That's par for the course. Before we get into week 0, I want to ask you, what do you like? College football futures, who do you have winning it this year?
So, chalk with my first one. The favorite is Georgia plus 280. I think this is going to be a pretty competitive season, college football. Usually you got your top 4 and then everybody else. You kind of still have that a little bit, but to me, the top 4 aren't as dominant as they have been in the last couple of years. So I'll take Georgia right now with that. I might throw a little bit on some Ole Miss plus 1,400. I think they're ranked 6th right now in the AP poll. Lane Kiffin, maybe get them over the hump this year. Anyway, plus 1,400. I don't hate it. I think it's a pretty open.
Are they playing any defense in Ole Miss?
Oh, they don't. No.
Okay.
Lane don't play D. D.
Just checking.
Yep. So who do you got? Who you liking?
It's hard not to like Georgia at plus 280. I don't see a path that they're not in the talks. I know the playoff is expanding this year, and we will touch on this, guys, a little more in depth. I know it's week 0 this week, but we'll get into this a little bit more in depth. Probably put a playoff bracket out. Why not? We love the action. It's hard not to like Georgia plus 280. That price is going to significantly drop once they start trouncing people. All the chalk looks good because I don't know. Well, once we expand this playoff bracket, are these mid-majors going to come in here and really do anything against these guys? I know with the NIL money that these other teams are getting stronger. I get that. You could pay some of these other guys a little more parity. Sure. Oregon is a powerhouse, plus 650. Put a little sprinkle on it. Texas at plus 800, joining the SEC. They got that oil money. They got some guys. They beat Bama last year, and Bama was arguably better last year than they are this year. Plus 800 on Texas. I'm here for that.
Arch Manning going to get a little action before the end of the year, you think?
I don't know, man. I think it's going to take an injury, honestly.
Yeah.
And I don't, a lot of hype around Arch. I saw some of the spring ball where he's throwing the ball. He looks good. Spring ball is obviously whatever. But I don't know. They have pretty sure they have a mobile quarterback, and in college football, you were still there?
Yeah,
they have another one too. They have another quarterback. So yeah, I need to.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of his. I don't know.
Regardless, I don't think Arch cracks it this year, guys.
No,
he looks like he's 12 still. He might still be in 8th grade. He's got some time. So college week 0, Kev. We got some dandy games here. This is the type of stuff, D-Gens, that we love. We love to see it. Follow along. SMU at Nevada. SMU.
everybody's on.
Everyone's talking about it.
Everybody.
I think the line opened in the low 20s. It got bet all the way up to like 27.5 at one point. I nabbed it today at minus 24.5 for SMU. I see it now on BetUS. It was at 25 before we went live.
Yeah.
It's going to be fluctuating back and forth. I think it's a great teaser leg. You guys will notice this throughout the season that I am the biggest sucker for teasers. You could do a 3-team 10-point tease, get minus 120 odds. What's not to love? You think, wow, nephew, you must be rich. No. So,
bet responsibly.
Bet responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. Florida State is playing Georgia Tech. The line opened at 13. I nabbed Georgia Tech plus 11.5 today. Georgia Tech just plays these games close. I know it's week 0. Getting really excited. I just don't think they're going to want to get embarrassed. Now, Florida State is bringing in a team. They're ranked number 10 right now. They're bringing in a squad this year. This could be a blowout. Yeah, it could be a blowout. I just want Georgia Tech to keep it close, guys, right? We got Montana State is playing New Mexico. Montana State right now, I think, is an 11.5-point favorite. I may play that. If it dips down into single digits, if you find Montana State getting into the 9.5 region, it's a must play. 10, 11.5, that area is a little sharp. If it's 9.5, 9, I'm going to put a wager on it. This is a good one. Delaware State is visiting Hawaii. Kamanawanalea. The spread on this game, guys, 39. It's a huge spread for a reason. Delaware State is an FCS team. Not a good FCS team at that. So with all that being said, Delaware State going to Hawaii, it's a 40-point spread for a reason, guys. I might still lay it with the Rainbow Warriors. You just have to be careful, guys. These big spreads early in the year, these guys aren't going to get full run, right? Their starters aren't going to get full run. Halftime is going to be, 28-0, 31-0, whatever it is. The starters aren't going to get full run. You just got to be careful, these big lines. That being said, Hawaii versus Delaware State, smash Hawaii. I think Hawaii's got a good team this year, so I'm here for that. Kev, do you have any thoughts about Delaware State?
I have zero. Yeah, we're talking hoops. NCAA tournament run.
Woo! We'll get into all the NCAA March Madness, guys.
Yeah, the Delaware State Hornets. I have no one way or the other on it. That's all you. I haven't dug that deep into week 0. I'm waiting for week 1. So.
I'm over here, Kev. I need it.
Neck deep in week 0.
That's right. All right, guys. We mentioned it earlier in the show. We're getting in. This is our AFC betting preview. We're going to be going each division seed by seed. If you go to betus.com, guys, promo code DO, 125% match. If you go to the NFL division specials, They will give you odds for every single team finishing places 1 through 4. So while Kevin and I are going 1 through 4, we have live odds for every one of these. We're going to be touching on the teams we think we're going to make the playoffs, teams we think are going to be in the AFC champ. We're going to be starting with the AFC East because this is, first and foremost, a Buffalo Bills podcast. A Buffalo Bills media network. Here we go, Kev. Got a nice, pretty little graphic for us, guys. Kev, AFC East, lead us off.
Yeah, I got first place. I've got Bills. They're plus 170 to finish first. I know they've got some injuries right now. They lost some of their weapons on offense. They still got Josh Allen. I still like them to win this division.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Kev. Buffalo Bills winning the AFC East. We still run the division, guys. Defense is going to be a struggle all year. Obviously, Milano going out. All the new weapons, new coaching staff. And, the more I talk, the less it sounds good. But we got Josh Allen, guys. Let's not forget. We got Josh fucking Allen, okay? As long as we got Josh Allen, I'm going to be here drinking the Kool-Aid, smashing through walls like the Kool-Aid man. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Bills plus 170 to win the AFC East. Kev, who's finishing second in the AFC East?
Second place. I got the Dolphins. You might differ a little bit on that. Another year in his system. Tua stays healthy. I like them just a little bit better than the Jets. I love the Jets defense, but that Miami offense, I like a little bit more.
I'm with you there, except for the fact that I'm not. Dolphins defense sucks. They're going to have to outscore teams last year, and you're going to say, yeah, but they did. Not when they played a playoff team. Let's not forget they went and put up 70 on Denver. They come to Buffalo. Yep. We beat them by 4 touchdowns. Okay, Dolphins scored 28 points or 20, whatever it was. We beat them by 4 touchdowns. Okay, that was last year's defense, and it's like, yeah, they got Poyer this year. It's like we had Poyer last year. That was part of the problem. Okay, so all that being said, I got the Dolphins finishing third. So Miami to finish second, guys, is plus 190. I got the Jets finishing second. And Bills Mafia, don't come at me here. Don't at me. I almost had the Jets to win the division this year. All the hype last year, their balloon got popped week 1 with Aaron Rodgers' Achilles. Dude, that defense is good. It's still
very good.
They made some noise last year without a quarterback. They looked like San Francisco in the NFC Championship with CMC just taking straight snaps. Give them a full season of Aaron Rodgers, guys. Look out. Jets are tough. Dude, Jets are tough, man.
And they don't need, early Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay. They just need to not turn the ball over and be decent. That's it.
And to finish second in the division, guys, plus 200, we like that. So, Kev, go ahead. We'll swap picks here.
Yep. So I've got the Jets finishing third. These two, you could flip these two. I think they're that close. Like I said, I just like the Miami offense a little bit better. But man, this Jets defense, Sauce Gardner, they could get Hassan Reddick signed. Maybe they'd be.
Yeah, it's a little troubling.
A little bit better. But, I like them third. Plus 160 to finish third.
I got the Dolphins plus 175 to finish third. Spoiler alert, I got the Dolphins not making the playoffs, Kev.
I see
Dolphins not to make the playoffs. We'll cover the playoff teams, guys. I'll get into this. I made a wager on it because squish the fish. Mickey Smokes, you're a douchebag. I hate everything Dolphins, dude. I hate them all. I'll take this last one, Kev, because it's the easiest one going. These might be These are the biggest odds I think I've seen, guys. Patriots to finish last in the AFC East, minus 700. Kevin and I touched on it. They don't know who's starting at quarterback. They traded Judon. All their wide receivers are new. Bill Belichick's not there. Kev, did I miss anything?
No. I mean, the Patriots, they're looking at next season. They're looking at next season.
The only thing making this Patriots demise not the most perfect thing ever is the fact that we haven't even gotten to the Super Bowl with Josh Allen, which sucks. If we could win a freaking Super Bowl with Josh Allen while the Patriots are sucking this bad, dude, I need it. I just need it. I need the retribution. I digress. That's AFC East, guys. We both like the Bills to win the AFC East, plus 170. Little chalky. One of the most competitive divisions in all of football, AFC East. AFC North is right there, but we're going to go to AFC South next.
Yep.
Kev, hit us with the AFC South.
So AFC South, I've got Houston. Houston winning it. I had a little note on here. So last year, Houston was the most injured team on offense and like the 5th most injured team on defense, and they still played above expectations. So, now, just if they're a little bit more healthy, they added Diggs, CJ Stroud. Even if he regresses a little bit, I feel like, they're still sitting at the top of that division. Now, Jacksonville is pretty close right behind them.
Yeah.
That's even money on Houston to finish first.
Even money on Houston to finish first. I'm with you, obviously, for everything you just said. I'm a little skeptical. I hate to say it. I don't want to say we're going to have regression on CJ Stroud. No one expected what we expected last year, but was that his ceiling? I know they added Diggs. I know they had injuries. They added Mixon. So it's like, how could that be his ceiling? I don't know, guys. He's still CJ Stroud. Like, he's not Joe Burrow in this offense. It's still CJ Stroud. He's a year 2 quarterback. I'm saying all that to say I had these flip-flopped, and I went with Houston. I like their defense. I like their offense. Whatever. Jacksonville Jaguars, Kev, we both got them finishing second. Plus 200, which is a tasty little lick there. If you're liking these odds, guys, plus 200 for the Jags to finish second. What are you liking with the Jags here, Kev?
Yeah, they're going to be right there. I still feel like with Houston, the Jags had the most drops in the NFL last year.
Is that right?
They've got Brian.
What?
Most drop. Yeah, the Jaguars most drops in the NFL last year. So, Trevor wasn't great last year, but man, some of that's his wideouts not being able to catch the football.
Hey, they got Gator Gabe now. He's going to be out there patrolling with his big gator arms.
Yeah, I'm not Brian Thomas. I think he'll be an upgrade there. And even they just can't be dead last and drops. Like if they're middle of the pack, it's just going to be a little bit of a jump.
That'll regress to the mean. We know it. That's the reason we both had the Jags at plus 200, guys. I like the defense too. I like the coach, Doug Peterson. The next one, guys, Colts finishing third. This is plus 300, guys. I'm very confident about this. And you're saying, wow, plus 300 bet you're confident in. Should we go run, Neffy? Should we run to betus.com and bet this? Yeah, guys, run to betus.com. Bet the Colts to finish third in their division, plus 300. The defense is not as good as Houston or the Jags. Both those teams are going to flip-flop. I know the Titans look exciting, and I'm excited about the Titans too. Just too much turnover.
I'm not.
We'll get to it, right? We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Plus 300, guys. Yes, I put a little sprinkle on this, of course. Kev, your thoughts?
Yeah, Colts offensive line last couple of years has been, usually kind of top of the field, but they're not going to be as good this year on the O-line. They're pretty reliant on Anthony Richardson being healthy, which we'll see. Jonathan Taylor will still be good. Michael Pittman's going to get his numbers. This feels right. I feel like this division, obviously we're on the same page here. with exact picks, but this is where they're at. I don't see them. The only thing, if Anthony Richardson gets hurt, I don't know what the odds would be for the Titans to finish third. Yeah, but that might be a little juicy.
Yeah, I mean, he got hurt last year. Well, why would it happen again, right? Well, yeah, that's absolutely right, and that's why it is plus 300 guys for them to finish third. You know, and also, I mean, they could leapfrog Houston or Jacksonville. Anything's possible. It's the NFL, any given Sunday, guys. But my money is on the Colts plus 300. Tennessee Titans minus 170 to finish fourth. Okay. For anyone listening at home, that's like, wow, you really, enunciated that. Yeah, because that's really good for them to finish fourth, guys. You'd have to lay $1.70 to win $1.
Yeah, what was the Patriots? Minus 700. So
yeah, exactly. Improved from that, but listen, I like some of the things that Tennessee's doing here. Calvin Ridley, we touched on earlier. I love Calvin Ridley. Hopkins is banged up. He should be back around week 1. They brought in Tony Pollard to complement Tajay Spears. Will Levis, X factor, chucking the ball down the field. We love that for fantasy purposes. Do we love it for Tennessee to win football games? I don't know. Is that cornerback Jackrabbit still on the team? If you got a dude named Jackrabbit playing cornerback on your football team, it ain't gonna work, dude.
You talking about what's his name? Can't remember his name now.
He's the Jackrabbit, and not for
he was a St. Louis Ram. They drafted him. I can't think of his name.
No, he was. There's no way he was a St. Louis Ram.
I'm telling you, if you're talking about the Jackrabbit that I'm talking about,
played the shit out of people.
Yeah,
fuck that guy. Yeah. And what do you think about Tennessee? Any thoughts? Anything that I didn't touch on there?
No. I mean, there's young quarterback, not sold on. Hopkins is hurt. I don't know how long he's going to be out.
New head coach.
Calvin Ridley. Yeah, Calvin Ridley. We'll see. He kind of was a letdown last year. Nothing. The running back situation. Spears might end up being the guy at running back when it's all said and done over Pollard.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, quick segment. Where are you drafting Pollard? Where are you drafting Spears? Are you drafting Pollard? Are you drafting Spears?
I have not drafted Pollard at all. I actually had a little bit of him last year, and I'm a little gun shy. If I did, it would be Spears, but I don't even see myself drafting Spears unless he just happens to fall.
Yeah,
below his ADP.
I'm with you. I'm not big on either of those guys, but you'll find I do like taking Spear. I do think he's the guy that's going to come out of that backfield.
Yeah, he's a young. Spear's a young running back. What is he year? Is this year 2? Right.
I believe so. I think he gets out of Tulane, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so I think he's a second-year guy.
That sounds about right.
Biggest jump in production at the running back position is from year 1 to year 2. So I'll take the younger guy over Pollard and just take my chances.
Yeah. Kev, let's keep it moving here. AFC North.
AFC North. What do we got?
Is this the most competitive division in football? Close.
Probably.
Close. I struggled.
I think it is.
I struggled with this one. We were changing graphics all the way up to it.
Up to Showtime. Yep.
Did we spell Cincinnati wrong?
It does look weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to blame that on someone else that's not us. These Kev, these producers, these good for nothing entitled kids.
I'll take the heat. I'll take the heat for that one.
No, let's blame it on someone else. I'm sure Pat Bruckness has something to do with this. Just kidding, Pat. We love you. All right. Very contentious here between Kevin and myself. I struggled with this, and ultimately, guys, I ended up Cincinnati Bengals plus 160 to win this division. I love the Ravens, but they did lose some really key components, guys. Joe Burrow is that guy. He is swaggy Joe Burrow. He is that dude. We watched this team go to the Super Bowl not too long ago. I know the defense is a little different, but they still got that awesome DC. Joe Burrow coming back. T. Higgins is healthy. I heard Burrow and Gesicki are looking real good. I picked Gesicki up in my Dynasty League because it's tight end premium. And they also got Jermaine Burton. They drafted him from Alabama to fill that Tyler Boyd role. Chase Brown and Zach Moss. I know I'm taking all of your key points here, Kev, but I got them winning the division, so let me go here. Plus 160, guys. Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow coming back. He's pissed off. Look out. And Kevin, I'm stealing your key point from earlier. They finished third in their division last year, which means
they finished last. They finished last.
Fourth.
Yeah.
Even better. They finished fourth, guys, in their division last year. They're playing other fourth place, non-conference teams, or however the NFL does that. That's how they align this thing. Where you finish is where you play your whatever you want to call it. Non-conference. It's not, but
yes. So they finished last place. So they got a last place schedule this year.
Yes,
which turns into about the fifth or sixth easiest, depending on what metrics you're using. But the two teams that they play based off of that, the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. So
dude, they got New England week 1. They're minus 9.5 versus New England week 1, guys. That's going to be. I've already got it in a teaser, and I think I might have it in a parlay. I might have it straight up. I might have it every way you can get it because that line's too short.
You're giving them 2-game spot right off the rip.
That's what it feels like. Kev, you got the Ravens. Tell us why.
Yeah, I got Baltimore plus 140. I was kind of in the same boat as you. I was back and forth on Baltimore and Cincinnati. Baltimore's defense is going to still be good. They added Henry. Lamar's going to do his thing. I just still like them just a slight edge over Cincinnati.
Yeah, bringing in Derrick Henry, I love Derrick Henry in fantasy. It's still Lamar Jackson throwing the football. The defense is not what it's going to be. I don't know. I struggled with this the same way you did. It is what it is, Kev. Cincinnati plus 160 or Baltimore plus 140. They're so close for a reason, guys. Flip a fucking coin, and we'll move on with our lives here. So we got them flipped. So we both got the Browns finishing third. Browns finishing in third place is plus 190. I'm more optimistic on the Browns. Originally, I had the Browns finishing second and Cincinnati finishing third. So if this comes back to bite me in the ass, we will absolutely clip this. And I'll tell you guys that my original pick was the Cleveland Browns. But, yeah, you had to bump them down. Cincinnati at Swaggy Joe, man. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Swaggy Joe. Cleveland plus 190. Kev, do you see a pathway for Cleveland making it above third place? Or is this maybe one of the divisions that all three of these teams make the playoffs? Is that an option?
I actually was back and forth between putting Pittsburgh ahead of Cleveland. That was my dilemma. I don't trust Deshaun Watson. Their O-line, I think both their tackles are hurt. The Watson just rubs me the wrong way. No pun intended.
Let's go.
Let's go. Only thing that made it worse was Pittsburgh's quarterback situation is not great. So Cleveland's defense is a Super Bowl defense, though. So they will be in a lot of games just because of that. But you need good quarterback play to win you them close games also. So
yeah. And we'll get to our next one here. Pittsburgh minus 110 to finish fourth. Another bet that I made, guys. The price is so cheap at minus 110, and I love it. Pittsburgh's offense is going to be anemic. That defense is going to be good. Even if they trade for Ayuk, Fields or Wilson, I don't know. Get lost with all that as far as I'm concerned. 3 teams that are far better than the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to talk about some win totals, guys. We're going to buzz through those when we get through where everyone's going to finish. I struggled with Pittsburgh. Originally, I was super high on them, and then I watched that quarterback play. Yeah, I came right back down. There's no chance. They're losers.
Yep.
All right. Let's keep it moving then. I said, Pittsburgh minus 110, finished fourth. I hammered that. Let's go. We're going to go to the AFC West, guys. Kev, why don't you tell me why the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the AFC West again? And go ahead and be long-winded for this one.
I'm done. 250. Minus 250. I don't want to go another season with seeing Taylor Swift in the box and, Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey. I've been over it. But, hey, they got Mahomes under center. They're going to be at the top of this AFC West until he's not there, in my opinion. And I hate to say that, but, that's where I'm at with that.
Nice. They're minus 250 for a reason, Kev. I'm so fucking sick of the Chiefs, dude. I don't even want to waste my breath on it for every reason that we know about. Let's move on to something more exciting. Let's go to Raider Nation. I'm going to let you lead us off and tell me for every reason and what the odds are for the Las Vegas finishing second Raiders. Tell me why.
Raiders. Yeah, plus 350 to finish second. Gardner Minshew taking to the promised land, right? Yeah.
Did you see that video of him working out like Joe
Dirt? Dude. Yeah.
I tagged you on an X.
Yeah, and I tagged in Mostly Sports and Mark Titus. Dude, he looks like Mark Titus. He does.
I can
he
see
does,
that.
Dude.
He's got that Joe Dirt. He looks like a Jack Joe Dirt.
He's got the hair. He's got KC's division. Everybody else is battling for second. That defense is going to be good. They added Christian Wilkinson, putting him with Crosby. Hey, Crosby's going to eat regardless. Now all of a sudden, the double teams aren't going to be there as much. Maybe he's going to get after Mahomes. He's going to get after Herbert. Bo Nix, that defense is going to be good. Devontae's going to get his targets. I don't trust the quarterback situation, which it's been like that since 2001.
Yeah.
On 23 years now since Rich Gannon was there when I lost to Tampa in the Super Bowl. So yeah, I'm not bitter or anything. Not bitter.
Kev, this is a safe space, dude. Let it fly.
Yeah. That's where I'm at with the Raiders. So
I love it. They're going to run the rock. We love Zamir White in fantasy. I think Devontae Adams is going to be fine. If you guys were listening last week, I took him over. There's 1,025.5 receiving yards. Dude, Minshew slings the rock, dude. I'm here for it, man. I want to see how they finished the year last year. I know O'Connell was the quarterback. We're going to agree to disagree and what happens here. I like Minshew coming in. He's going to sling the rock, and I think they're going to keep him safe by running it with Zamir White. And I'm pretty sure, dude, don't you guys have Alexander Madison on your team?
Yeah.
And he was a great compliment when he was in Minnesota. Now, when he was the lead back, he basically went Tony Pollard, non-existent. Ty Chandler ended up because Madison got hurt, whatever. Missed me with all that. So we got the Chargers guys finishing in third. I could see the Chargers finishing in fourth in this division. If it wasn't just for how bad Denver's roster is, but Chargers got a competent quarterback, new head coach, finishing third. They're plus 220. We like those odds. I didn't bet it yet, but I like Vegas over them. I mean, they're losing all their weapons: Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, full rehaul. They bring in J.K. Dobbins. They bring in Gus Edwards. They draft Ladd McConkey. There's talk about what's that? That wide receiver, Quentin Johnston.
Q.
The one that was supposed to be good last year. There's
He was the first. Yeah. I think he was the first wideout drafted that year, wasn't he?
No, there's no way.
No,
there's absolutely no way. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat crow on that. But there's no way. I don't know. I think they're going to struggle. The defense is pretty good, but they got to learn this whole new system. Too many lost pieces. They brought in Greg Roman, so Dobbins and Edwards. One of them is going to get hurt. I think we know who. And one of them is going to flame out. I think we know who. I don't know, guys. I do like Kamani Vidal, the running back they drafted. I think he might have been out of A&M. I could be wrong with the school he went to, but late round flyer, if these dudes are going to be fizzling out and getting hurt, why don't you guys go draft Kamani Vidal in a run-heavy offense? I also like Ladd McConkey because I think even though Herbert's dealing with it's like a plantar fasciitis, like tear or strain. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What is happening? Anyways, yeah. I like Chargers plus 220. Probably spent too much time on it. Kev, tell us the Broncos are going to finish fourth.
Real quick, I was one off. He was the second wide receiver drafted that year.
All right, good. I feel better now.
Jackson Smith and Jigwa went for him.
Where did Quentin Johnson play college ball?
Yeah, what was it? Small school guy. Crap.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Man, it's gonna bother me. I don't know that. All right, we'll move on. So where are we at? Denver?
TCU, Kev.
TCU, yep.
Pretty sure. Did he play in the national championship with Max Duggan? Wasn't that was all the hype, wasn't it? TCU went to the national championship and got their asses kicked?
Yeah, it might have been. Yep, you're probably right on that.
No one to blame, TCU.
Good pull.
So Denver minus 190 to finish fourth. Tell us why.
Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix was named the starter. That's probably the first problem. Their defense is – I know you got a little action on him, but, Denver's defense, which the last probably 3 or 4 years has been pretty good, but their offense was just so bad. But now their defense – yeah, their defense is not going to be good. They're going to finish last. I don't see any way around unless Herbert gets hurt or something weird. The only, we'll talk a little bit about this on the win totals, but Sean Payton, I got some stats on him and just his history of his records with his teams, but yeah, I don't see them getting out of the basement.
Are you talking about Sean Payton as the Denver Broncos head coach or Sean Payton as the New Orleans Saints head coach?
No, just
throw those in the garbage.
Yeah. No, it's a historic number, but I don't hate it.
Get that shit out of here. Embrace debate. Herbert gets hurt. Easton Stick comes in. Easton Stick, better quarterback than Bo Nix?
Probably not.
100%. He is.
Really?
So, Chargers are secured third slot. I like Cortland Sutton in fantasy. I think Javonte could be relevant again. We're still waiting for Javante's breakout year. I think he could be relevant.
Him and Sutton.
Yeah, but they also another team, dude. They drafted this kid out of Notre Dame, Audric Estime. I like him a lot. I took him in Dynasty. No one cares about your fantasy team. I don't care. You're hearing about it. Yeah. If one of those guys gets hurt, Audric Estime is going to be there. I mean, I don't know. We're talking about fantasy impact for Denver Broncos because they're finishing in 4th place, guys. So
let's move on.
Yep. Just a reminder, guys, that this show is brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is a hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Kayak Pools. Go check them out. BetUS.com, promo code DEW, 125% sign-up bonus, guys. We're already placing bets through it. They got the prop builder. They got all the future bets. Yep. They've got action on everything. Live betting,
Yep.
I have
new bets coming daily, new bets out there every day.
Yeah, good point, Kev. The closer we get to the season, guys, the more bets they're putting out. We had odds on what place these teams are going to come in their division. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
Nope. First time I've seen it.
If you're following us on X, guys, Kevin3E2, Dew_Neffy, play of the day was the Arizona Diamondbacks. They were losing 6-3 earlier to the Miami Marlins. They're up 8-7 right now. End of the 8th inning.
Go.
We're going to the 9th inning. The Diamondbacks put on their rally caps. And I also live bet the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds were losing 6-2 to the Blue Jays. The Reds are now up 10-6. Private play wasn't out there. But, guys, BetUS.com. It's free money. It's tremendous. It's bigly free money. It's not. We're just due. Okay, win totals, Kev. Guys, we're going to fly through these win totals. We'll touch on what they won last year. We'll touch on the number this year. We're going over and under, and we got a few special bets that we placed here. Hit us with the win totals, Kev.
All right, Buffalo, 10.5. Okay. I've got the over.
I also have the over. If they're going to win this division, I do think they need to get to 11 at least. Last year we got to 11 with that unprecedented run. Buffalo Bills, over 10.5 wins.
Yep. Next, Miami, 9.5. I've got the over.
Nope.
Looks like
differ
on that one.
I think they're going to hit 9 exactly. I think it's a sharp number.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they're going to struggle, man. That defense, they struggled last year. They only got 11 wins last year. The defense is worse. Nope.
All right. New York Jets, 9.5. So same as the Dolphins. I've got the over on that.
I got the over too. I think it's going to be how we had a race to the end last year with the Dolphins. If the Bills can do the Bills stuff, guys, we're going to be racing to the end of the New York Jets this year. They had 7 last year. I think they get over 9.5 this year. 10, 11. If they get 12, guys, watch out. That's going to be tough for us. Yeah. That's going to be tough.
Yep. Next up, New England, 4.5. Under. And I know you got a little alternate action on that one.
Yeah, we're both on the under 4.5. They got 4 last year. I don't know that this team's any better than it was.
Nope.
I played the alt under 3.5 plus 240.
Love
Let's
it.
Go, guys. If you like it at 4.5, we love it at 3.5 plus 240. Come on, guys. Get in there. BetUS.com. Go make that bet right now.
Yep.
Thank me at the end of the season.
All right. Next up, we got Baltimore, 10.5. I've got the over.
I got the over as well. They hit 13 last year. I think similar to Buffalo and the Jets this year, I think Baltimore and Cincy are going to be fighting for that number 1 spot in their division. I think it's going to be competitive. I like them to go over 10.5 again.
Yep, me too. So Cincinnati, 10.5. I think we're both over on that. That's where I'm at. Yeah, and that top of that division's tight.
Yeah. Dude, they got 9 last year. They got 9 wins last year, people.
Yeah, without
and the
Burrow.
line this year is 10.5. And
Burrow's
I think they
worth
did that. And T. Higgins didn't play most of last year, right?
Yep.
Dude,
yep.
Watch out for the Bengals, guys. They're winning that division this year, Kev. I'm telling you right now. Yep. Pittsburgh.
All right, Pittsburgh, 8.5. I'm on the under.
I am also on the under. Now I think they hit 8. This might be
That's
Mike
Tomlin
Tomlin's
special. Yep.
This is Tomlin's first losing season, guys, and it's all because they went and got Danger Witch Russ and Justin Fields, and I don't know, man. I think the division's too competitive. That's my opinion, guys. They got 10 wins last year.
Yeah.
They outkicked their coverage with 10 wins last year. We handled them in the playoffs with a banged up defense. Nothing's changing this year. They're not pulling out a rabbit out of a hat. See you in last place, Pittsburgh.
Yep. Cleveland, 8.5 also. I've got the under. You got a little differing opinion on that one?
I got over, and I stuck with over. I think they get to 9. And we touched on this a little bit earlier, but I thought originally that Cleveland was going to finish second, and I thought Cincy was going to finish third, and then I talked myself out of it. And so I'm saying Cleveland's going to finish third. I took the over on the wins, 8.5. They had 11 last year. I played in the off chance that my first gut instinct was right, Kev. I played the alt over 10.5 wins, another plus 240 number. If my gut instinct was right, I will not be kicking myself in the ass because I played it at plus 240 to get 11 wins this year.
Yep.
Call that the old emotional hedge.
Yep. All right. Next up, we got Houston, 9.5 over.
Yeah, same. If they're going to win that division, they're getting 10 wins. They got 10 last year. Yeah. Their team is arguably better this year. You talked about the key points.
Yep.
All the injuries they had last year, they still got 10. They made it to the second round of the playoffs. They stomped Cleveland in the playoffs. I mean, this team's got some momentum. I know we're biased as Bills fans because Diggs went there and whatever, how we feel about Diggs. But, 9.5, I think they definitely hit over 9.5 wins.
All right. Indianapolis Colts, 8.5. I've got the under on that. We both had them, I think, finishing third in that division, right?
Yeah. And, they got to 9 last year, and Jonathan Taylor didn't play the first half of the season, maybe first quarter, maybe first 30%. Minshew is playing. I don't know, man. I like Houston. I like Jacksonville more. Indy's a tricky one. I took under 8.5. They got to 9 last year. I see him sitting at 8. I feel like it's a really sharp number. So it's a stay away from me. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to let that all play out.
Yep. All right. Jacksonville, again, 8.5. I like the over. Looks like you got the over also. They were at the 9 over last year. Yep.
Yeah, I had to bet this. There was a time where I had Jacksonville winning this division. 2 days ago was this time. So I had to flip it. I should have faded the noise and just stuck with my Jacksonville winning this division. A little more experience. They did have to bring in some new weapons, though. I think the departure of Ridley might hurt them a little bit. But I like that Jacksonville defense a lot. Saxonville, God hates Jags. They're probably going to finish in second place. But I placed the over 8.5. So let's go, Kev.
All right. Tennessee, 6.5. Give me the under. I'm not on the Titans bandwagon.
I think it's another sharp number. They got to 6 last year. I think their team's improved. I think their defense lets them down. I think they're in a competitive division. I haven't looked at their full schedule yet, so in Tennessee's just kind of off my radar right now, but too much turnover. Vrabel's not there anymore, which maybe could be a good thing. I think we played you said their head coach's name was Callahan. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yep.
So he was one of my long shots to win coach of the year this year. So if we are wrong about this and they go over, and he hits 9 or 10 wins, maybe a little emotional hedge there.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. KC, 11.5. We both like the over. Even though they had a slow start, the offense was a slow go last year. I think Andy Reid will figure that out and keep them on track from day one. We'll see.
I think they're going to learn from their mistakes the same way you just said it last year. They had some injuries. Kelsey did not start the season healthy last year. They're bringing Rice back. They drafted Worthy. We gave up Worthy. We gave him Worthy. Whatever. I don't know. Over 11.5 because I just year over year I feel dumb betting against Kansas City. So this is the year that I'm going to start betting Kansas City and watch them miss the fucking playoffs entirely.
Yep.
So hey, and if that happens,
jinx them. Hey,
I'll
mush them.
Yep. I'll gladly lose money to watch them have just a horrible season.
Yep.
All right.
Las Vegas 6.5. I like the over on this. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but they're going to run the ball. They're going to play good defense. I think they're going to be. I like them against the Chargers in Denver in division. They typically play KC tough at least one game in that division. Give me the over.
Yes. Dude, they got 8 last year, and it's at 6.5. I would argue the team got better a full season with this new head coach. They don't have Josh Jacobs. Yeah. Okay. That's okay.
Zamir White. Zamir White will be fine.
He's going to be fine. He looked fine last year. Yeah. And, over 6.5, I love that. I love it.
Yeah. Chargers, 8.5. I got the under, and it looks like you got a little alt action on the under there. What you got?
Yeah, so the line's at 8.5. They got 5 wins last year. I just don't see good things happening for them this year. I played the alt under 6.5, another plus 240 number, guys. I think they're going to struggle, man. I don't think Harbaugh is going to be able to fix this in a year. I think he's got maybe that, what is it from Big Daddy, the 5-year plan? That
Big Daddy. We got a Big Daddy reference. Scuba Steve.
Plan.
Got Scuba Steve.
Old boy's working at Hooters as a line cook, and she's out there waitressing. Yeah, we might see you might see Jim Harbaugh being a line cook at Hooters when this whole experiment in LA Chargers is done. I know they got Herbert. I think he will get it right. This is not the year, though, dude. Alt under 6.5 plus 240. Another one. Smash it, dude. Fucking smash it.
Denver 5.5. I took the over on this. We're differing on this pretty big time. This is probably our big. I talked a little bit about it earlier. I know the stat is a lot of Saints when he had Drew Brees, but Sean Payton, between the home field advantage, Sean Payton, he has never had less than 7 wins in a season. Now I get it. It was a lot of it was Brees, a lot of it was, but even you go back to last year, they had 8 wins. That team was terrible. Now I'm not saying they're any better than that this year, but give me the over on that. 5.5 seems a little low to me.
Russell Wilson clicked mid-season. They came into Buffalo and beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
You think Bo Nix is coming into Buffalo and beating Buffalo?
No,
dude. And they lost Jeffrey Simmons to Atlanta. We'll touch on that on next week's NFC preview. No, dude. 5.5. I'm going under. And just like the Patriots, I played the alt under 3.5. Under 3.5 wins Denver Bronco. I think they get 3 this year. Plus 275. Yeah, it's big odds for a reason, guys. It's probably not going to happen, but I love it. I fucking love it.
Have some faith.
Have some faith. All right, guys. We're going to touch on the AFC playoff teams, your AFC championship. We're going to round out our show that way. Kev.
Yo. All right. I'll give you my 7 teams to make the playoffs.
Yes.
In the AFC, KC, Baltimore, Cincinnati, Houston, the Jags, plus 120 to make the playoffs. That's my only plus number on this. Bills and the Dolphins. That's my 7. Like I said, the only plus action was the Jags on that.
So Kevin's got KC to make the playoffs minus 600. I I mean, if you want to go take out a HELOC on your house and place that wager, be my guest. Baltimore is minus 270. Cincinnati is minus 260. Houston minus 190. He took the Jags plus 120. I like that. He's got the Bills minus 160. Miami minus 150. Those are the AFC playoff teams. And who's your AFC champion?
I hate to say it. I got to go KC. Mahomes is there. Kelsey's there. Yeah, plus 330 for them to make it to the AFC Championship game. You know, as bad a year as they had last year, you know, what do? Playoffs start. Mahomes kicks in. I hate it. Hate with every ounce of my body.
They can't go on the road and win the Super Bowl. What do? They go on the road to Buffalo. They go to Baltimore, and then they beat San Fran in the Super Bowl. I couldn't be more sick of this. Flush it down the toilet. Get rid of it. So I'm step for step with Kevin, guys. I got the Bills minus 160 to make the playoffs. I got Baltimore minus 270 to make the playoffs. I got Cincinnati minus 260 to make the playoffs. I got Houston minus 190 to make the playoffs. I got the Jags plus 120 to make the playoffs. And where we differ, I got the Jets minus 170 to make the playoffs. I'm believing in it this year. Whatever. I just think that they're going to have a good year. I think it's going to be tough for us Bills fans. They've been competitive against us with Zach Wilson. I think the Jets are going to come in. Rodgers can stay healthy. I know it's a big if. Even if he's a shell of himself, he's still twice as good as whatever the fuck they were rolling out last year, right?
Yeah. I think they gave me a call for a tryout last year. That's how bad that was.
Salah ringing you up?
Yeah.
So
I recommended Z-May, my former high school quarterback. They might have reached out to him.
There you go. They were desperate. I couldn't take Kansas City again. I think, what have they been in 4 out of 5 the last Super Bowls? They won 3 of them.
Crazy.
Fuck all that shit, dude. We just AFC. We just had the Patriots dynasty, and immediately
I don't want another.
Dude, I'm in therapy.
Jump right into this one. Yeah.
In therapy, talking about Tom Brady, how he's ruined my childhood, and now I'm into my 30s, and Patrick Mahomes is just making my life miserable.
Just running it.
So, with that being said, I am not taking KC to win the AFC this year. They're no. Cincinnati plus 700. That's a bet I like. Buffalo plus 800. Love those odds. I'm a Bills fan. Let's go. Houston plus 1,000. Really well-rounded team, well coached. Plus 1,000 for Houston to make it to the Super Bowl. I know the hype train is running wild. I could see it happening. So I also placed a couple special wagers here. Los Angeles Chargers to make the playoffs, no, is only minus 145. What is the Chargers' path to the playoffs that this number is only minus 145? Where am I going wrong here?
Yeah, I see no path of them making the playoffs.
Dude, look at those teams that we listed, and I would argue that Cleveland is better than them. I'd argue we already said the Raiders are better than they are. Yeah. We already said that Miami's better than they are. That's 3 teams that are not making the playoffs that are better than them. Their odds are only minus 145. Run, do not walk. BetUS.com. Promo code DO. Get your deposit bonus, 125%. LA Chargers to make the playoffs, no, minus 145. That's one of my favorite bets on the whole board that we just talked about. And just because fuck Nicky Smokes, Miami make the playoffs. No is plus 120. You're giving me plus money for this loser team to miss the playoffs? I'm taking plus money. I'm taking that all day. I'm going to laugh all the way to the bank.
All right.
I'm going for it.
I'm not going to let – and maybe I didn't, but I'm not going to let you skirt off. Who do you have winning the AFC? You gave me 3. Yeah, I don't think you gave me a name. You went through your odds, but who do you got winning the AFC?
Who I like. Wow.
I need one.
Buffalo Bills plus 800. Racket.
All right. I thought that's
Sorry,
what I
General.
would. I thought that's where I was steering that to. Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to wrap up our show. We're doing the same thing next week. We're getting into college football a little more in depth next week. With week 0 this week. Week 1's coming up next week. We're going to talk a little bit more about the college football bracket next week. We're going to be talking about all things NFC, news and notes, all the good stuff. Kevin at Kevin32, follow him on X, guys. Do_Neffy. We're brought to you by Kayak Pools. You already know if you're in Buffalo, go see Kayak Pools. You've been seeing BetUS.com with the promo code DO across your screens this whole episode. Kev, anything else you want to say to the people?
Yeah, hit us up on X. We'll be placing, once the season starts rolling, we'll be placing teasers, parlays, our picks of the week. Be tweeting all that stuff out on X. Hit us up on X, man. We're always up for a good debate. So
embrace
that's
debate,
all I
dude.
got.
Couple devil's advocates over here, dude. Come on, come call us out. Let's argue on X. We love to see it. Good to be seen, Kev.
Yep, no one to blame.
No one to
Have a good night.
blame.